Welcome to a video help celebrating 3 of our friends, artist Katja and Jenny, on reaching 5,000 subscribers here on YouTube. So they are co-hosting a hop full of happy cards to celebrate. There is a link to the next video in the description below, and if you get lost along the way, the list of participants is on artist Katja and Jenny's blogs as well. Links to their blogs are included in the video description below. Now, I'm gonna hop right into my card. I have used the fabulous Botan Peony even from Picket Fence Studios. And I'm going to do some Copic coloring with this. So I have stamped it directly onto a card base with Ink on 3 Blackout Detail Ink. This is a Copic friendly ink. And I'm going to be stamping it 2 or 3 times to make sure I get a really solid imprint. And then I'm going to turn that card base upside down, ink it up again, and get a really good imprint yet again. Now these two are going to overlap a little bit, but that doesn't actually matter because I'm going to have a big fabulous sentiment to go right in the middle. And I did use my heat gun a little bit on this just to make sure that the ink was super dry before I started doing my coloring. And I picked up some fuchsia hot pink Copics here to actually do my coloring, and this is the flicking technique, so I'm not like blending it or anything. I just want to add color to the flower. It's not going to be like a really smooth blend. We're not even going to color every single petal. It's just going to be basically pops of color to bring the flowers to life. And you can see here I'm just going in with my darkest first. And this is soon going to jump into a time lapse where it's going to be a lot faster. So I'm going around with my darkest color first, and then over this, but not all the way down, I'm going in with my second color. Then over that, I'm going in with a third color, but not all the way down. And then I finish off with a very light color. I did originally pick out 5 Copics, but decided to skip out on one of them. And then I filled in the little bits in the middle. I am a florist, I should know this, stamens, and the filled in the stamens in the middle. I've used all of these markers, and if you pause right now, you'll be able to write down the exact numbers of markers that I've used. Then I have used the Celebrate Die-namics from My Favorite Things. This is one of my favorites and probably most well-used die cuts, word die cuts, out of all of the ones that I have. I love it, absolutely love it. So I started cutting it out in white cardstock, and I've done quite a few. And I've used a Neenah 110-pound cardstock for this because I wanted to lay them up and make a really nice sturdy base for my word dynamic, because I like it when they sort of pop up a little bit more than just 1 or 2. So I think I used 4 or 5 on each one of these. So I kind of went to town and just cut out loads of them. And I thought, while I'm doing it, might as well do 2. It's just one of those things that I do. So I laid up 4 of the white ones, and then I had a little bit of a, really? White? No, let's do black. So I added a black layer. So that is actually 4 or 5 layers of cardstock. Then I have used my Wow embossing pad directly on top of this and dipped it in clear embossing powder. Then we're gonna heat this with the heat gun, and I'm using my little hack with my pointy tweezer and my cork board and to save my fingers. Then we are going to do that again. So we're gonna use the embossing pad again and heat emboss another layer to make sure that we get a really nice thick sort of puffy sticker look. So you can see it's not perfect yet, but after doing it a second time, you get that really nice, shiny, puffy look, and I love that. So this is gonna go right in the middle, and I have finally gotten a restock on my favorite liquid glue, which is my the little glue tube from Fawn. I love this one. I've tried another liquid glue, but I'm not sold on it. It could be because I'm a creature of habit. I don't know. I don't like change unless I'm the one who instigates the change. Anyway, so big fan of the Fawn glue tube, yes. And then of course, because I'm a sequinaholic, I used quite a few sequins from Pretty Pink Posh, and these are the sparkling clear. And I have used all different sizes actually of these ones, and just adhere them with a little bit of a Glossy Accent, and that's it for the first one. My husband thinks that I am over sequinizing cards, and I can see why he thinks that, because he's a man and, you know, he doesn't know any better, but I cannot help it. I like them. What do you feel about sequins? Too many? Too little? Just 1 or 2? 3 maybe tops? I can never stop at 3. It's just impossible for me. I don't know. Anyway, while I did that, or after I done that, you can see I was really quite pleased with myself. I loved this card so much that I made another one. But I changed this up a little bit. The only, well, actually, everything is exactly the same except for the coloring. And the color of the Celebrate word die. That has also got 2 layers of the clear embossing powder on top of it to make it really nice and shiny. But it didn't actually pick up that much on in the photos. And I cannot decide which one I like the best. But I keep going back and forth from feeling dramatic to lots of white space. While we are here, there are also a number of fabulous sponsors and prizes that will be awarded randomly throughout the hop to people who comment. So obviously the more you hop and the more you comment, the better chance of winning. And the full list of prizes will be on Ardit, Katja and Jenny's blogs. And the deadline for commenting is June 5th, and prizes will be announced on the ladies' blogs on June 6th. Don't forget that you need to actually claim these prizes by June 30th, 2020, in order to win them. So make sure you check back in. And that is it for me for this time, but I hope you enjoy these cards, and don't forget to hop along because there's bound to be an incredible amount of insane inspiration and fabulous cards. So thanks again for stopping by, and I hope you will give me a thumbs up.